Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in this video, we're going to look at this book, Eyes That Speak to the Stars. Now, the author by this is Joanna Ho, and it's illustrated by Dung Ho. Now, I already covered a book. Originally, I did it earlier, so it was an ebook form, called by this author by the Eyes That Kiss in the Corners, which is very, very similar and is more of what I would say a female version of this. So this is an Asian boy talking about it starts out, he goes to school and his friend had drawn a picture with his eyes squinted because he's Asian. Again, and his dad talks to him about the shape of his eyes and how his eyes are shaped. Your eyes rise to the skies and speak to the stars. The comets and the constellations show you their secrets, and your eyes can foresee the future, just like mine. So he's just like his dad. And they start talking about how their culture and their eyes are differently. You see the pictures, him and his dad. This is the reason I prefer print books as opposed to the e-version of the other book, which I think I actually got. I think I checked out for my daughter once, and I'm probably going to put it on my to-buy list. But again, then he moves on to talk about his grandfather and how his grandfather teaches him all sorts of things about their culture. And then he moves to talk about his baby brother. And this is, again, very similar in format to the other book, The Females, where it talks about the mother, then it talks about the grandmother, and then it talks about her little sister. And again, he's talking about his little brother and how his little brother looks to him. It's an amazing book. And he talks about his eyes. And this is his culture. This is his people. This is who he is. And it's all about being proud of who you are. And that's kind of similar to the little girl's book. So I love this because I love that message. I think it's a great message to teach to any children. And it's a great, even as a white person, I would definitely read these books to my daughter, just as a representation of be happy for who you are, and then be happy for other people's differences, and respecting how people are different and how that is special. It's also a very big thing on family, where he's talking about his father, his grandfather, his baby brother, and then himself. So, and in all those different relationships. And the female version does the same thing, where she talks about her mother, her grandmother, her little sister, and then herself, and how they are proud for who they are, which is another very, very important message. I do love these multicultural books. I cover them multiple times every year. This is obviously not the first. This is should be coming out in May. I'm filming this in October. Which is Asian American Cultural Month. It's also Jewish American Cultural Month. So you'll be seeing a lot of the times I do 2 or 3 videos on Mondays in these specific months to celebrate different cultures. So this is a really fantastic book. Please get it in print. The ebooks do not work. Again, I had the ebook version because when I think it was one of the first videos that I did when I did the ebook version. So we were still, because I started this channel, God, it's 2022. I think I started this channel in 2020. I could be wrong. I think I started it in May of 2020. 2022 was the first, 21 would have been my first year. Maybe I started in 2021. So I can't remember. But again, back when we weren't really going to the physical library. Yes, this is a library book. A lot of the stuff I covered, they're on my to-buy list, but I borrowed them from the library because, as I call myself, homeschooling librarian. I do have a master's degree in library and worked many years in various positions in the public library system. And yes, this is where I'm getting them. I'm getting from the last place I worked, quite literally. So I put these on hold. So utilize your libraries. But again, this is on my to buy list. I think so is the female version, just because I love the cultural aspect of it. So, fantastic book, great illustrations. The author is, she lives in New York. So she's passionate about equality and inclusion in books and education. And is currently the vice principal of a high school in San Francisco. So she's actually in California. And then the illustrator is actually based in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So, and her work focuses on children's books. So that's the illustrator. Pardon the yawning. It's 8 o'clock at night. I've started painting my hallway. Then I have a 3-year-old who was having temper tantrums today. So yeah, notably tired. Fantastic book. If you like what you see, again, I cover a lot of multicultural books. I cover a lot. I'm doing a lot of book series this summer, this year in 2023. And yes, most of those have been filmed and edited and already up. They're just not available yet because they're scheduled, as I do with these channels, do with my videos. But right now, you guys I covered the Princess Diaries. I've covered some Tamora Pierce books. I'm covering the Guardians of Ga'Hoole right now. Those should be coming out. That is a decently long series. I think it's like 15 books. So it's covering multiple months. And then once those are done, I'm covering, doing another book series from Meg Cabot, which is short. And then I'm covering more Catherine Lasky's kind of shorter series that are connected to the Guardians of Ga'Hoole with the wolves and the polar bears and stuff like that. And the polar bears, I think, are going to be balancing at the very end of the year. So they'll be going into 2024 as well. And yes, by this point, I've planned everything. So, and now I'm just covering them. So check out the rest of the channel. I also do films, videos. I covered Moana this year. In fact, I covered that. I filmed that last night, so that's why it's in here. So, along with a variety of things, I think Moana is being covered in, it may be covered this month. I thought I may put it in spring. Trying to find Asian American and Jewish American films is nearly impossible, so I can't. I think there might be some YouTube videos that are tacked onto these. I do that on occasion as well. I'll cover, if I'm doing educational stuff like these Asian things. If I cannot find a film, which again, can be very, very hard, particularly when you're trying to focus on stuff that's child friendly, I'm not covering Filthy Rich Asians on this channel, because again, it's not really family appropriate, or is it really educational all that much? I did cover Monsoon Wedding, which is a little bit more advanced, and I did cover the Color Purple as well. Those came out last year, or this year, if as I'm filming this. It came out in 2022, so you can check out those videos as well. And yes, I covered The Color Purple, the book, which is technically better. So if it's not educational, or latched onto, yes, I do cover fun films. Again, I'm covering I covered the Princess Diaries. So, but yeah, please check out the rest of the channel. I have a lot of stuff. I also do some board games and some travel videos. I will add more homeschooling stuff as time goes on. My child is about 3.5 by the time you guys see this. She's 3 when I'm filming this. So it's a wide variety of stuff. So like and subscribe, check out what I've got, leave a positive comment if you have one. Thank you.